Court is calling 2025 CR 007751 and 2025 CR 007752. State versus Jesse James Lewis. Could I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Glenn Payne for defense.
And are you Jesse James Lewis?
Yes, ma'am.
State and cause number 2025 CR 007751. Are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor. And the cause number ending in 7752, we are waiving the enhancement.
All right. Any objections to the waivers?
No objection.
And the cause number ending in 51, you're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. And the cause number ending in 52, you're charged with evading arrest detention with a vehicle with a previous conviction or SBI as a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargaining agreement and the cause number ended in 51, punishment is to be assessed under 1244 at 94 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's a $2,000 fine. Cases will run concurrently, and the state will take in consideration 2025 CR 007750. And the cause number ending in 52, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. Cases will run concurrently. The state will take in consideration 2025 CR 007750. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in cause number 2025 CR 007751, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
And cause number 2025 CR 007752, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
All right, the court will review states exhibits 1 and attachments for sufficiency, and states you may be excused. All right, in each cause number, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty in each cause number. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
My client, both case, he just asked the court follow the plea bargaining agreement.
All right, in cause number 2025 CR 007751, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 94 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. You get credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 007752. Take in consideration 2025 CR 00750. And there's to be restitution, if any, to Sally and ANE Pryor. Is there anything with regards to sentencing under that cause number? Counsel?
No, Your Honor.
Cause number 2025 CR 007752. Court is finding you guilty. Court will sentence you to 3 years in the prison. Credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 007751. Take in consideration 2025 CR 007750. And there's to be restitution, if any, to Sally and Pryor. Anything else with regards to sentencing and under that cost number?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
22.
All right, so you're gonna have to make a decision. Do you want to live the rest of your life in somebody's prison? Because let me just tell you, no matter how much money the state says they do not have, how much money they run out of, there's one thing they always have enough money for. And you know what that is?
Prison.
Prisons and jails. So
Yeah.
you had better change your ways. Otherwise, you're gonna spend the rest of your life doing that.
I don't know. I'm learning.
And here's the thing, I have no problem with tattoos, but if you do face tattoos, your employment opportunities are going to be limited because people see that. Some people don't like it. Some people are fine with it. You know, you're okay with it if you're planning on playing in a band or something, but otherwise people are going to say, nope. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 01220. State versus Alexander Aguilar. Can I have parties announced?
For the state of Texas.
Kyle Simpson for Mr. Aguilar.
Are you Mr. Aguilar?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, state will proceeding on count 5 of the indictment and will waive the other counts.
Any objection?
None.
Additionally, Your Honor, state will waive the habitual offender enhancement.
And I'm sorry, are you waiving? Oh, and you're waiving count 6. All right, so for the record, the state is waiving the habitual enhancement allegations, counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, Your Honor.
And you're proceeding on count 5?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with sexual assault of a child. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 5. Punishment is to be assessed at 16 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine, no applications. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with the complainant and lifetime sex offender registration. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
It is.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Then to count 5, how do you plea?
No contest.
All right, so why should, the court is going to find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will find you guilty. Why should the court follow this agreement?
That's what the victims wanted, Your Honor. I've spoken with both her and the mother. They were okay with it.
All right, and currently I believe she's 17.
Currently, yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything you want to say?
Mhm.
Why are you doing this?
Excuse me.
Why did you do this? You gave up the right to remain silent. Why did you do this? That's your daughter. I mean, it's bad even if it wasn't your daughter, but why would you do that to your daughter?
Ma'am. And
I mean, have you internalized what you've done?
yes, ma'am.
And I can't believe the mother allowed you into the home with your criminal history anyway. And when you came back into the home after you're being in prison, did you have the gang tattoos as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And she still allowed you in the home.
We weren't together.
It was his own.
All right, so it was his home
So
where this happened. And somebody allowed their daughter to go and stay with you, and you're a gang member, and you've been to prison. All right. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years in the prison. I'm sorry, 16. Thank you. 16 years in the prison. There's to be a $1,500 fine. Credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with the complainant. There's to be Chapter 62 registration. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with minors ever. There's to be no residing in any household with minors. So you're not allowed to reside or live with anyone who has children in the household. Do you understand? We can go off the record. So for the rest of your natural life, you're not to reside in any household with children. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
The reason why I'm doing that, because I don't want you to think that I'm just doing it just to be doing it. It's because that there are women out there who think you are a good catch. And even though you're going to have this sex offender registration, trust me, there are women out there who going to think you've changed and they will let you around their children. And that cannot happen. You understand? All right, good luck to you. The court is calling 2025 CR 00344 State versus Raola Lopez. Could I have parties announced?
Ashley Jones for the state.
Fernando Ramos for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Lopez?
yes.
All right, state, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are not, Your Honor. We are only going to proceed on count 4.
Did you understand in count 4, you're charged with indecency with a child by sexual contact? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on count 4. Punishment to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There are no applications. There's an affirmative finding of family violence and Chapter 62 compliance. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged in count 4, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No me pongo.
No contest.
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We waive our right to have a pre-sentence investigation, Your Honor, and wish to be sentenced today.
All right. So state, why should I follow this agreement?
Your Honor, we have spoken with the complainant and with her guardian. They both want this agreement in lieu of having to come in and testify in open court about what she went through.
All right, and how old is the complainant?
The complainant currently is 16 years old, about to be 17, I believe.
All right, where did you meet the complainant?
It's at one of her uncle's house,
And you just see her and you think, how old are you?
43.
All right, so you see this young girl at your uncle's house and your first thought is, it would be nice if she were my girlfriend.
Well, it just happened suddenly. It just happened.
So suddenly you see someone who's underage and you think that should be your girlfriend. Any other questions?
Mr. Nicholson, does the complaining look like she is 15 or 14? She looked like she was an adult to you.
Parecía que era un
And she looked like she,
She's an adult.
Oh, thank you. So I'm sorry, interpreter, what did he say? She didn't look like she was an adult?
She looked like she was an adult.
Okay. So you met her at her uncle's house, is that correct?
Yes,
So you knew how old she was because you would have asked the uncle about her, right?
no, well, it just was all of a sudden that I didn't tell him.
No, but you knew how old she was.
I didn't know how old she was. Had I known how old she was, then I wouldn't have gotten involved with her.
That's not what's in the police report. In the police report, there are different things that suggest you knew how old she was.
No, I didn't know. Had I known, I wouldn't have had her with me in the truck.
State,
No
any
questions.
questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
I don't believe him when he says he didn't know how old she was. He met her at her uncle's house. And I'm sure at some point, some family member told him she's underage.
excuse me, Your Honor, those are, that's evidence, not, I mean, that's statements that aren't in evidence.
Well, if he's saying he didn't know her age, and of course, that is not a defense to this. If you want to bring that before a jury, you can and say you didn't know her age. So do you want a jury trial? Yes or no?
No.
No,
And state you wish to continue with this plea?
We do, Your Honor.
All right, the court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There's affirmative finding of family violence, Chapter 62 registration. There's to be no contact with the complainant, and there's to be no residing in any home with minors, and there's to be no contact with minors. Oh, and I'm sorry, one other thing, there's to be no re-entry into the United States. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Madam, excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Court is calling 2024 CR 013090 and 2025 CR 000240 State versus Allison Lee Settle. Can I have parties announce?
Hunter Morris for the state.
Will Brooks with the defendant, Ms. Settle.
Ms. Settle. All right, in the cause number ending in 90, you entered a plea of no contest to count 1. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment was to be assessed at a cap of 6 years in the prison. The state is opposed to your applications. And then, and the cause number ending in 240, you entered a plea of no contest to count 1. According to the plea bargain agreement, there's a cap of 6 in the prison. The state is opposed to your application. Cases will run concurrently. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, the TAP evaluation, and the MIC evaluation?
The state's reviewed them, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor. Defense has as well.
All right. Any objections to those documents, state,
None, Judge.
defense?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. State, do you have any witnesses?
No witnesses, Judge.
Defense, any witnesses?
Judge, I'd just like to call Ms. Settle briefly
Oh.
and inquire of her.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Allison Lee Settle.
All right, just make sure you keep your voice up so that I can hear and so that the court reporter can hear, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. So Allison, just briefly, you know what options the judge has today, right? And her decision is whether or not to grant your application for community supervision or send you to prison, right?
Correct.
Okay. When you got arrested for these offenses, you were pregnant, is that right?
I'm sorry, what was the last question?
Since you were pregnant, Judge.
Okay.
Okay. Will you tell the court a little bit about what you did in jail after your arrest?
Yes, well, because of my substance use issues, I was put in a medicated assistance treatment program that the jail provided. Starting when I got there, I also entered myself into the recovery in motion classes, which I completed. It's like cognitive behavioral therapy.
And when did you make the money?
I made bond about 4.5 months after I was arrested.
And as condition making that bond, were you restricted in your movements?
Yes,
You had GPS, correct?
yes,
And you currently have GPS, right?
yes.
Where have you been living, Allison?
Right now I live at Haven for Hope.
And are you enrolled in programs at Haven for Hope, both substance abuse, parenting, and decision making?
And
Okay. Tell me about your baby. Where's the baby right now?
I recently got daycare assistance through being at Haven for Hope. She's at daycare right now.
Okay. Are you wanting the court to grant your application for probation?
Yes,
Do you have a problem with drugs?
yes.
Are you ready to make some life changes? Okay. Maybe have a question before y'all pass the word.
Thank you,
Question?
Judge. Just wait briefly for the printer.
No.
Can you hear me okay? Okay. Ms. Settle, you were here in 2021 before this court, weren't you? Before this judge, asking for probation,
Yes,
asking for treatment. Did you get treatment?
yes,
You were in Esperanza court, weren't you? You were ordered safe P.
yes,
And when you were in jail on that case, you were pregnant or just had a child, right? And did you complete that probation successfully?
no.
What happened?
Well, I have lost custody of my child and I went back to doing drugs.
How is this situation different from that situation?
Currently have custody of my baby and it's been a big motivation to continue on the right path.
Did you ever go to Safe P?
Yeah.
Now, in the interview with the PSI officer, you noted that you just happened to have those items belonging to your mom because she was a realtor. And that she picks up mail from various clients. That's the only reason you had them? They just happened to be in there?
I shouldn't have had them.
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
I shouldn't have had them and I did.
But you didn't just happen to have them, did you? You took the bags that they were in?
Right.
From your mom's house?
Right.
And that gun was stolen. No additional questions, Judge.
Just argument, Your Honor.
All right, I'll hear argument.
State reserves, Judge.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's reserve argument. Because I've heard the testimony from all parties. I'm gonna have y'all come back at 1:30. And I'll make my decision at that time. And then you all can make your arguments and I may have some more questions. Right, they're just things that I need to think about with regards to this case.
1:30, Judge?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you.
Thank you.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 0000240 and 2025 CR 013090. State versus Elizabeth Settle. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Hunter Morris for the state.
Will Brooks for the defendant, Judge.
All right, and you're Miss Settle? All right, we were here on July 28th. The court ordered you to have a drug testing done, and that was completed, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what were the results?
So she was positive, Your Honor, but it was for her medication assisted treatment. There was nothing else, no other substances.
All right, so the other reason why I had this case recalled back, because this is actually a tough case, right? And it's a tough case, and when you read it on the surface, you should be going to prison. But then there are other things for me to consider as well. The fact that you have a child and it appears that you have changed your life, and defense, I believe yesterday you said that she was being accepted into felony drug court.
Yes, Judge, and also I had some argument for the court too. The court was ready, but that is correct, Judge. She was screened for felony drug court. They did not accept her because at the time she had not been sentenced. But I verified with felony drug court that should she be placed on probation, they're able to accept her and can squeeze her in.
All right, so state.
Yes, Judge.
I understand why the reason you're asking for prison time. I do, and I want you, Ms. Settle, to internalize what I'm saying. What I'm considering is the fact that she has a child. It appears that she has changed. Sometimes it takes people a long time to have a wake-up call. I still don't understand why you keep having children when your life is not where it should be. But usually when people are addicted to drugs, they're not thinking appropriately to begin with. They're not thinking about the future. They're not thinking about how their drug use will impact everyone else. And state on this case, I see that you're asking for a cap of 6 years in the prison. And one case is a second-degree felony, and the other case is a third-degree felony. And I'm assuming she has restitution to pay?
If it isn't included in that plea bargain right there, Judge, then no certain amount.
All right. So we're going to see the amount of restitution, and state you've had a chance to hear her testimony. Are you still going to be requesting prison time?
Judge, the position of the state is that this offer was made considering the history, the knowledge that Ms. Settle has been before this court previously, also with a new child, asking for the same type of leniency and treatment, and was offered that leniency and treatment and turned it down and returned directly to that life. And so it's not just Ms. Settle the state is concerned about, but it's Ms. Settle's children, it's Ms. Settle's family, and it's Ms. Settle's community, many of which were victims of Ms. Settle. And that is the reason the state is opposed, but the state is cognizant of what appears to be genuine changes in Ms. Settle's life.
All right. And I know that this involves her mother.
Yes, Judge. So the world is an ironic place. It turns out I'm appointed to represent Miss Settle, but I have known Miss Settle since she was about knee high. I've known the complainant, her mother, and also her brother, who's referenced in the PSI, someone that I went to high school with, was close friends with. So I've known this family a long time. I've spoken to the complainant, to her mother, Judge. She is certainly at wit's end with Miss Settle. She's spent a great deal of money helping her out, trying to get her on her feet. But it is also clear in the PSI that she is seeing and she's witnessed some of the changes that Miss Settle has made in her life and has made. And the question came up yesterday, Judge, what's different or what's changed? And I think the distinction between this time and last time she did not do what she was supposed to do for you, Judge. It's very clear in the PSI back in 2020. She was released from the jail accidentally. She skipped out on GPS. There were all sorts of issues, Judge. In this instance, both when she was arrested and then certainly after being released on bond, she's made great strides to try and do what she's supposed to do. She's been on GPS, she's been compliant, she's been enrolling programs, she's tried to be a parent to her mother or to her child. She's also shown up here today, Judge. She's not run off, she's not fled, she's not skipping out on things. And when you're talking about therapeutic justice, Judge, when someone's an addict, there's no such thing as a cure. But it seems to me like she's trying to make some legitimate life changes. And I think society and Miss Settle would be served better by trying to get her some therapeutic justice and trying to continue her down this path rather than sending her to prison again. PSI, the complainants themselves don't indicate that they'd like Miss Settle to go to jail, prison. Her mother certainly would like Miss Settle to have the threat of prison or jail time hanging over her head, which which is something I think is a great motivator a lot of times. So for those reasons, Judge, we're asking the court to consider probation or community supervision in some form in order to enter the drug court program.
All right, anything you wish to add, State?
Judge, the state stands by its concern about Ms. Settle being a good probationer, a good candidate for probation. That being said, the emphasis from the complainants was that if this court were to grant supervision, the state would ask for a very structured supervision, because I do believe that it is a necessity in Ms. Settle's life at this point. I believe drug court would be appropriate and, if needed, inpatient treatment.
All right, so the court is going to give you a choice. Some people say my probation is very difficult. I'm sure you're aware of that, as I've sentenced you before for not doing what you're supposed to do. I'm going to give you a choice. I can sentence you today, and I will sentence you to 3 years in the prison. Otherwise, the plea negotiation needs to be reworked. And by that, this is what I mean. The case that's a second-degree felony, I will give you deferred adjudication. And if you were revoked, you're looking at 20 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Sure.
And then on the case that's a third-degree felony, I would convict you, but I want the underlying to be 10 years. So you can discuss that with your attorney.
Judge, you'd like the opportunity for probation, Your Honor?
All right, so normally, legally and ethically, I'm not allowed to interfere with negotiations. But what I'm telling you and telling your client, on the cap of 6 offer, for me to request that it be an underlying of a cap of 10, that's changing your plea negotiations. And if you want a jury trial on that, you can have a jury trial on that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Judge, on the second degree case,
Mhm.
is there no application for deferred indicated in that plea bargain agreement?
On that one, let me see. No, it just says that you're all opposed to community supervision in deferred adjudication, but I do have an application for deferred adjudication on that case. And on the firearm case, there is again, there's, the state is opposed, but there is an application for deferred on that case.
So the only one we would need to change is the one with the conviction, so the third degree.
Yes.
This court could give them 10 years deferred on a cap of 6. Opposed.
Well, no, on the unlawful, we're off the record, on the unlawful possession of, the court wants a conviction on that case.
Okay.
So there will be guilty, but I want her underlying to be the 10 years.
Understood.
And then on the other case at the second degree, I'll give her the deferred adjudication. So the reason why I'm doing that is because then on both cases, you would be subject to the full range of punishment if you were revoked. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Understood, Judge.
So if you all want to change that to a cap of 10 and state, I'll still note that you're opposed.
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Abrams, Ms. Settles, defense counsel has told me that felony drug court will accept her. And counsel, is she currently on GPS?
Yes, she is, Judge.
All right, we're going to continue with the GPS. Yes. They're proceeding.
Okay.
They're proceeding on count 2 as a repeater. I'm sorry, wait a minute. They're proceeding on count 1. They're waiving count 2 in the repeater.
Judge,
Yes.
here's that docket back and we initialed the plea bargain change.
All right, thank you, Hunter. All right, we're back on the record. Is there anything else from either side before the court enters its orders?
Nothing from the state, Judge.
No, just that we have no objection to the change from the cap 6 to the cap 10 here.
All right. Then in cause number 2025 CR 0000240, the court is going to grant your application for deferred adjudication. Court is going to sentence you to 10 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. This is to run concurrent with 2024 CR 013090. With regards to this, no harmful, injurious contact with KPEC and family. And then there's no contact with Linda Vargas, Destiny Thurston, Juan Uriega.
Uriega, Judge.
Yeah, thank you. I look at Deputy Laura because she's like, I'm trying to teach you. David Getz, Goetz, or Dick Creamer. And there'll be restitution, if any, to all complainants. If there's an issue with the restitution amount, we can have a restitution hearing. And Ms. Ferguson, can you set this in 45 days for restitution hearing, please? In case there is any.
Fair enough.
All right, what date? All right, we're going to come back on September 11th and state this just to see if there's any restitution amount that's owed. And we'll have a restitution hearing on that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Just one moment. Deputy Laura, are you okay? Thank you. All right, there's to be no contact with Rudy Rodriguez. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's complete, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. There's $1,000 fine that will be probated. And there's to be a referral to felony drug court. If for some reason she's not accepted in a felony drug court, she's to come back to this court. However, counsel has informed me she has been accepted. And there's to be continued GPS till further notice. Probation, is there anything else with regards to that sentencing?
Yes,
Yes.
they no harmful or injurious.
No harmful or injurious contact with Purr-fect, P-E-C-K, and family. And then there's to be no contact with Linda Vargas, Destiny Thurston, Thurston, Juan Uriega, David Getz, Goetz, and Dick Creamer, and Rudy Rodriguez.
Judge, to put a fly in the ointment, Mr. Rodriguez is actually the child's father.
Just going by what's in the plea paperwork. So that's something that will need to be addressed with Judge Glenn. Probation, is there anything else? Anything else with regards to sentencing in that cause number, counsel?
Nothing from the state judge.
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
Next, we're moving to cause number 2024 CR 01309. All right, the court is going to sentence you, the court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, 200 hours of community service restitution. The court will show that 100 hours is satisfied upon the completion of parenting classes. GP, and I'm sorry, probation will do partial GP for employment and treatment in each cause number. Waive GPS fees. This is run concurrent with 2025 CR 000240 and referral to felony drug court. And again, if felony drug court for some reason does not accept her, she's to come back to this court. Probation, is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
On the other call number as well, field visits.
Oh, thank you so much. Field visits one time per month until further notice.
And can you clarify which count on that call number?
The one I just read, the unlawful possession,
Yes, sir.
they are proceeding on count 1 and they're waiving count 2. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing in that cause number?
No question.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
I did, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You say you have a new child. Your counsel has told me you have a newborn, that you have finally, the haze has been cleared and you're finally going to do what needs to be done. In each of these cases, in one case, you're looking at 20 years if you're revoked. In the other case, you're looking at 10 years if you're revoked. So from here on out, everything you do, you need to ask yourself 2 questions. Is this something that could potentially result in me being revoked? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. If there's anything else that's in between, you need to contact your attorney. Do you understand? All right. And if you're not going to do it for yourself, you need to do it for your child. All right. Thank you, counsel. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you. It's always great seeing both of you guys.
You too, Judge.
All right. Thank you. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 1894, State versus Charles Garrett Smith. If I can have parties announce.
Scott Simpson. Scott Simpson for Mr. Smith.
And are you Mr. Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea to the offense of attempted fraud, Class A. You entered a plea of guilty. According to your plea bargaining agreement, punishment was to be assessed at 365 days in the Bear County Jail. And the court wanted the restitution paid up front before the court entered its sentence. And has that been paid, counsel?
It has, but it was probation.
Oh, yes, state recommends probation. All right,
Sorry.
no problem. So has the restitution been paid up front?
Yes, Judge. So what you asked is for 800 of the 1,600, and
Yes.
it has been paid, provided the prosecution with a receipt. I don't know.
I have a receipt.
And we have a receipt too.
So are you ready to proceed with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
All right, state, is there anything you wish to add to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you.
All right, so that leaves you with a balance of $1,140 remaining with the deduction of the 800.
That includes the fine.
So how much are you able to pay monthly towards restitution?
I think you said last time 500. Yeah. Be realistic.
250.
I don't think that gets us.
Mm-mm.
Is it 2
No,
years
it's
probation though, right?
No, it's 2 years probation. It'll
So
get
it's
there.
okay.
All right.
I was doing it by 12 months, but
Yeah,
that's the
no,
other
no, no.
line.
All right, as previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. The court will set restitution at $1,104 payable to
Cross Bank.
it says Saints Peter and Paul.
We verified it, but we had that discussion before because Frost Bank covered the loss.
Okay,
And so I told you I was going to verify it with the state in between now, and I have with Mr. Pitluck, and it is Frost Bank.
all right, so there should be $1,140. That's the remaining balance to Frost Bank, and that's to be payable in installments. And you're sure about the $250 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, installments of $250 per month. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be 365 days in the Bear County Jail, suspended for 2 years. There's to be no contact with St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church. What is your employment? What do you work? What do you do?
I'm a food service. I'm a manager at a restaurant.
Okay. And there's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
How many?
2,
What are the ages?
12 and 6.
All right, I'm gonna order parenting classes. Once the parenting classes are completed, 50 of the hours will be deemed satisfied. And then I'm going to order the MRT course. And once that's completed, the remaining of the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. And there's going to be a field visit 1 time per month for 2 months. Probation, is there anything else? Okay.
So he can report here, but the field visit can't be done.
Okay. All right. So how far is Wilson County from here? Help me. I'm sorry.
Takes me about 30 minutes to get here.
All right.
Floresville.
So do they do a transfer to Wilson or no?
I mean, we can, but I mean, if you want the field visits.
All right, we can do a transfer to Wilson County.
He actually comes, his work is in New Braunfels. So
Okay.
he doesn't mind reporting here, but
I have no problem reporting here.
Well, here's the thing.
but
Do
they
you want to
don't.
report in Wilson County or do you want to report here?
Here's fine.
All right.
I'm here in San Antonio way more often than I am
Okay.
in the area of my residence.
All right, good luck to you. Just go over conditions with probation and then you're excused.
Yes, ma'am. And I can pay extra monthly if I'm able to.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 002218, State versus Carlos White. Can I have parties announced?
Jason Garrett for State, Your Honor.
Lauren Lupton for Mr. White.
And are you Mr. White?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're waiving the enhancement paragraphs and proceeding on the state jail.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 180 days in the state jail facility, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? All right. After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
The only thing I would say is, Mr. White and I did explore many options for alternatives to this sentence. And I commend him for being willing to participate in specialty courts, and unfortunately, he just wasn't accepted into any of them. So I hope he seeks continuing care upon his release.
All right, what are your plans once you're released? Do you have a place to go?
As my sister wanted me to go live with her, but I'm thinking about going to the Haven for a home.
Okay,
And I'm gonna work with his family also.
all right. So you're probably, when you're released, the best thing that you probably can do is go to Center for Healthcare Services. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because otherwise, what's going to end up happening is you're going to keep getting arrested. You understand?
Yes.
And I understand that sometimes when people have mental health issues and they're not on their mental health medication, then usually they resort to using controlled substance. And those controlled substances are against the law. You understand? And I've read the police report, and the way you're presenting now is not the way you presented in the police report. So that tells me that when you're on your medications, you're fine.
Yes, ma'am.
And I understand that sometimes medications, they have side effects, and then you don't want to take them. Or either sometimes you say, I'm feeling great, so why am I on meds? But for you, you're going to have to stay on your medications. If there are any side effects, you're going to have to let the doctor know, because otherwise, more likely than not, you'll end up back before a criminal judge, and you don't want that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. This is the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 180 days in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served, and I'll request the therapeutic community. So you will serve no more than 180 days, but you're receiving credit for any time that you've already been in custody on this offense. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything you don't understand about my sentence?
Mm.
All right, we can go off the record. So here's the thing. When you are released from the state jail facility, if for some reason you can't find a mental health facility, or you don't remember this, because sometimes people go and they forget, right? You can come back to this court and I will pick up the phone and call a place for you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, any questions about anything? All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Court is calling 2019 CR 11182, State versus Nicholas Paul Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced?
Duffy Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Lorraine Efren from Mr. Gonzalez.
Are you Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? It's this document. It's the document that tells you you're on probation, and it tells you what violations the state is saying you committed.
Okay, no, I haven't seen that.
All right, then we'll just 1 second. I think she's grabbing it for you. All right, so did you review that?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Nicholas Paul Gonzalez who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 11182 for the offense of harassment of a public servant on June 12, 2020 for a term of 4 years and extended for 2 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Violation of condition number 5. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Nicholas Paul Gonzalez, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of February, March, and April 2025 in violation of condition number 5.
To that, how do you plead? True or not true?
Not true.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 5 years in the prison and up to a $500 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5? Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not an agreement, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
State is requesting that you grant the state's motion that we revoke probationer and we sentence him to 5 years.
All right, in defense, what are you requesting?
Mr. Gonzalez has been to ISF and safety. He actually feels like those programs helped him, even though he's still here and struggling. And even though we're pretty far into this probation, and I've talked to him at length about it, he really desires to continue and stay in the programs. And I think if the court will allow, the state will allow, he'd like to say a couple of things with regards to that.
All right, do you want to raise your right hand?
Uh,
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Nicholas Paul Gonzalez.
All right, what would you like to say to me?
The ISF helped me out a lot with a place to stay and a direction to go on correctly. St. P basically did the same thing, but they didn't help me with a place to stay. I feel like the best option for me would be to get time to spend to get my mind right with the counselors and the teachings and everything else they could give me to shoot me in the right direction. I feel like if I were to go to jail or somewhere where I'm surrounded by nothing but negativity, something could happen to me. I could mess up even worse on the inside. I just feel like the best thing for me, for my personal health and well-being, would be to go to a program to continue getting the mental health and the physical help that I need from the state.
Okay.
And I know he's pretty far down on the probation, but I don't think he has any new offenses. I think it's failures to report, maybe failed drug test. The probation documents indicate that full diagnosis was considered, and I'm not suggesting necessarily that it should be, but anyway, he would like resources to get back on his feet, find a place to live permanently, correct?
Correct.
All right, so, Mr. Gonzalez, I want you to know that I've heard your plea. I've heard your attorney's argument. And I want you to know where I'm coming from, right? So you were placed on probation, and I understand the mental health issues. Normally, when you have a harassment of a public servant, there's usually some mental health issues involved.
Yes.
I always find it concerning when people are in mental health facilities and they assault someone, then we come back here. But here's my, yes.
Between me and the officer, it was a miscommunication.
Oh, no, so let me explain something to
Sorry.
you.
I
No,
was
no, no.
gonna let you know what happened because I feel like if he had spoke to me differently, I wouldn't have did what I did because he had called me crazy and I thought he was disrespecting me. So I disrespected him back. I spit on him on his leg. He wiped it back
Well, here's
off
the
onto
thing.
me.
But
And
here-
then later he told me that the reason why he had said what he said, because he said, you need to go to a medical unit, you need to go to a mental unit, don't you? He said it was miscommunication. I wasn't trying to be rude and call you crazy. I was trying to make sure that I placed you in the right place you needed to go. And
Here's
I
the
wish
thing,
that I
Mr.
understood that when I had heard it.
But I
It
understand.
was
but
just
here's-
like a quick reaction and I shouldn't have
But
did
here's
it.
the thing, Mr. Gonzalez,
Yeah,
that ship has sailed
yeah, for
as
sure.
far as while you're on probation, or the reason you're on probation, because you've been on probation, for a while, since 2020. And I want you to know where I'm coming from. I always want to give people conditions that are helpful to them. I see people as individuals, and I try to give them conditions that is for that specific individual.
Okay.
So if that person has a drug problem, I try to give them drug treatment. If that person has mental health issues, I try to do that for them. But the key thing about all of that is you can't help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves. You can't help somebody who's not showing up, right? And so you were here on August 5th, 2020 for a motion to revoke. And that was a violation of condition number 5, which is not reporting. So what ended up happening is there was a jail sanction, and then you were continued. Then May 17th of 2021, another number 5, failure to report. Your conditions were altered and amended to include a MIC evaluation to address whatever mental health issues you may be having. And then on August 22nd, 2022, you had a violation of condition number 22. And again, tried to help you with that by doing a TAP evaluation in custody because there were some drug issues that maybe had not been previously addressed. And there was a referral for the Center for Healthcare Services. Then you come back on March 2nd, 2023, violation number 5, not reporting. It was denied and both parties wanted, and probation agreed and the state agreed, they wanted you to go to ISF 2 and have you placed back on the mental health caseload. Then, prior to all of this, let me see, not prior, but on March 26, 2024, you had a violation of condition number 1. And then I tried to have you referred to felony drug court and you extended for 2 years. So now you are here today on a violation of condition number 5. There is nothing else that I feel that can be accomplished for you by keeping you on probation. I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to revoke. I'm going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There'll be credit for any successful completion of inpatient treatment, which legally I'm required to give you credit for that. And
It's 59 days in the aftercare program that
not the aftercare. Yeah. Legally, I'm not required to give you time for that, and I don't give time for the aftercare program. I'll request the therapeutic community, and there is to be a $500 fine, time, and money to run concurrently.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I missed the new number 1.
Yes. Oh, no, that's fine. The docket sheet, because they're doing Odyssey, sometimes it's misplaced. Yes.
He has maybe like 304 days credit in county and 300 more or less days from the programs he's been in.
All right, just check with the clerks and they'll make sure he receives appropriate time. All right. Court is calling 2025 CR 006-732 State versus Kevin Zachariah Rodriguez. And this is an application?
It is.
All right. Probation, this is an application. Could I have parties announced?
Jason Garrett for the state, Your Honor.
Allison, from Mr. Rodriguez.
And are you Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Did you understand your charge with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, I understand.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. They will take into consideration 2025 PF 28602. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes,
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
no contest.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you would say on behalf of your client?
We'd ask to follow the agreement.
All right. So how old are you?
31.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes.
What are their ages?
8, 4, and then I think the other one,
I'm sorry?
I think 8 and 4.
All right. Is there a reason you're unsure?
I haven't been involved in their life too much.
Okay.
As much as I would like.
All right. So when did you start using drugs?
I mean, I haven't used them since 2014, so.
I mean, no, this case is not from 2014. This case is.
No, I know, but this was just me using someone's car and there happened to be drugs in the car.
All right.
There was no using involved.
But you told them that you were responsible for what was in the bag.
They said because that the car was going to be inventoried, since there was no proof of insurance, so I mean.
But I
don't know
mean,
what
you
else
told
to
them,
answer.
but you told them the backpack wasn't yours, but you said what was in the backpack.
Well, the
was
car
yours.
wasn't mine at all. I'm not sure what I was supposed to answer them, you know, they just told me that the car was gonna be inventoried and anything found in the vehicle was gonna be charged to me, so.
All right. Well, do you want a jury trial?
No, it's fine, I just wanna get out.
All right. So
About all that at length and also the basis for the stop and the.
how far did you go in school?
I graduated.
All right. So where have you been working? What have you been doing with your life?
Well, besides being in and out of here, I mean, I was working for a good amount of my life and.
Doing what?
And then, I was just working different jobs, you know.
Doing what?
Call centers during.
Right, so what do you mean when you say other than being in and out of here? What is in?
Well,
and
once
out
I
of here?
started being in and out of here a little more often, that's when things started
Out of
getting put on
jails?
hold, you know, or just in county. And
Alright.
that's when things kind of got put on hold, you know. Of course, my family couldn't hold on, so they had to keep going. And
So do you
where it
have
leaves
family?
me in my situation with my kids, but
So do you have any family support?
no.
All right, so here's the thing. I set conditions so that people can be successful. So if you have a drug issue, now's the time to tell me. If you tell me you don't have a drug issue, I'm going to notate that you said you didn't have a drug issue, which would mean you shouldn't be testing positive because I'm going to order that they drug test you.
Okay.
And if you come up positive, you know what's going to end up happening?
Mhm.
That's 100% on you because you told me that you don't have a problem.
Okay, I don't have a problem.
All right. So you don't need any type of drug treatment?
No.
All right. I'm going to notate that you said that you don't have a drug problem and you don't need drug treatment.
Okay.
All right, that's a $1,500 fine. It's going to be probated. 2 years deferred adjudication. I'm going to want the UA hotline for 6 months. Then there'll be regular random UAs after that. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. 120 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no contact with the following location. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And there's to be no residing with minors. Take in consideration 2025 PF 28602. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Have a seat.
Joe in the office throwing cases in the trash. Justice on a seesaw, slipping real fast. Predators roaming, the system's a joke. County funds burning, puffing legal smoke. Let 'em go, Joe, the DA on a roll, waiving crime penalties, digging a hole, probation for the worst. They back on the street, spending county cash, the cycle repeats. Courthouse or circus, the clowns take the stand. Justice with a blindfold slipping from her hand. X-marked offenders, no cuffs on their wrist. Joe's got the script, a criminal twist. Who's defending who, the people or the foe? Joe's the maestro, a courtroom show. Law books collecting dust, trust is low. Waving through the chaos, let 'em all go. Taxes rising high, funds vanish in air. Defense for the guilty, fairness is rare. Victims left behind, crying out for repair. Joe in the spotlight, but he just don't care. Let 'em go, Joe, the DA on a roll, waiving crime penalties, digging a hole, probation for the worst. They back on the street, spending county cash, the cycle repeats. Let 'em go, Joe, the DA on a roll, waiving crime penalties, digging a hole, probation for the worst. They back on the street, spending county cash, the cycle repeats. spinning out of his control. Let him go, Joe deals, flying like dice. Predators walking, it ain't even a prize. Get out of jail, free cards fall like rain. Justice is a joke and he's the main game. Dismissing cases like it's Tuesday noon. Penalties reduced like a pop balloon. The courthouse whispers tales of his name. Joe's the man who rewrites the game. Let him go, Joe deals, flying like dice. Predators walking, it ain't even a prize. Get out of jail, free cards fall like rain. Justice is a joke and he's the main game. He's got a gavel but no weight in his head. Justice slipping like quicksand. Waving charges like he's dealing cards. Courthouse floor littered with shards. Let him go, Joe deals, flying like dice. Predators walking, it ain't even a price. Get out of jail, free cards fall like rain. Justice is a joke and he's the main game.
Hey yo, this thing Kane. Tell me get you reset for you ought to be like. This is no brassy nether. I pronounce you come out to bleed. And I notice thee. But Robbie said to frog a mash about me. A weak thing is born to. I knew one of my can't second. In this way I replay the mates. District Attorney Joe Gonzalez. Well, he's in bed with George Soros, making sweet love while victims suffer. He doesn't care about you, you have nothing to offer. That eggplant must be small as fuck because he sure acts like a schmuck. It's giving small dick energies when they keep waiving penalties while the rich get richer and crime goes up. Less cases are prosecuted and I have had enough. More money for those services that they offer that only help get funding to fill their coffers. Why should we all have to pay for your crimes when you won't even do significant time? All you do is act tough, I'm over it, I've had enough. Your life is a waste and it's such a shame. You only have one life to live and yours is all a game. When all we do is give and give to you, and what the fuck is that? Another face tattoo? What an idiot, what a stupid crime. It just burns my grits that you will do no time. That Edgar haircut looks so dumb, but it will sure make your cellmate You only have one life to live and yours is all a game. When all we do is give and give to you, and what the fuck is that? Another face tattoo? What an idiot, what a stupid crime. It just burns my grits that you will do no time. That Edgar haircut looks so dumb, but it will sure make your cellmate You may not care, but I thought that you should know they are dismissing cases and letting criminals go. I don't know about you, but I am fed up. Letting sex predators loose makes you a sick pup. If you seek justice, look elsewhere today. Bexar County, they've lost their way. Prosecutors wave charges away, letting criminals come back to play. Each part blames the others, no one's held right. They tangle web, so we can't see the light.
Oh, you walk like you're 10 feet tall, but your shadow barely stretches at all. You're a peacock in a chicken coop, strutting around like you're the big scoop. For such huge talk, your eccentric. I'm surprised by your tiny stick. Forgot my magnifying glass, it's true. This ain't no mystery, ain't no clue. Your confidence is a runaway train, but your station's empty and it's all in vain. Pull your shorts up, no one's impressed. Your bravado's loud, but you're underdressed. For such huge talk, you're eccentric. I'm surprised by your tiny stick. Forgot my magnifying glass, it's true. This ain't no mystery, ain't no clue. You keep blowing smoke like a cheap kazoo, but ain't nobody blowing you. Your game's so weak, it's paper thin. I see the outside, but there's nothing within. For such huge talk, you're eccentric. I'm surprised by your tiny stick. Forgot my magnifying glass, it's true. This ain't no mystery, ain't no clue.
Joe in the courthouse, swaggerless crawl. Pin pushing punk with the micro install. Loose with the law, let him off with a grin. Small cock vibes, can't even tuck in. Oh, Joe, limp dick flow. No one blow, you a certified schmo. Waiving penalties, watch them all go free. District attorney, not clown degree. Gavel in hand, but it's just for show. Justice shrinks when it's handled by Joe. Criminal smirk, walk out the back door. Joe's rep smaller than his drawers for show. Oh, Joe, limp dick flow. No one blow, you a certified schmo. Waiving penalties, watch them all go free. District attorney, not clown degree. Joe's brief's weak, no conviction to stick. Courtroom comedy, your game's too slick. Small cock energy, vibe of a flea. Should've been a mime, cause words ain't free. Law books dusty, they ain't touched in years. Joe's verdict's softer than his peers. Fears power in his hand, but it's gone to waste. A limp dick legacy left in disgrace.
Oh, damn. And then, medicine that song.
Joe in the court, limp vibes in the air. Criminals walk free like he don't even care. Justice on snooze, man, the dude too slow. Flaccid on the bench, where that gavel gon' go? No grow, Joe, no blow, Joe. Justice, limp, man, the people all know. Will that dick ever grow? Hell no, bro. Flaccid justice, where'd that power go? No grow, Joe, no blow, Joe. Justice, limp, man, the people all know. Will that dick ever grow? Hell no, bro. Flaccid justice, where'd that power go? Courtroom circus, Joe the sad clown. Hands up, guilty, walking back to their town. He letting them skate, slipping out the back door. Yo, Joe, what's the law for if you ain't hardcore? No grow, Joe, no blow, Joe. Justice, limp, man, the people all know. Will that dick ever grow? Hell no, bro. Flaccid justice, where'd that power go? District attorney, nah, district disgrace. Criminals laugh, yo, Joe, they in your face. Every plea deal, your spine gets thinner. Let him go, Joe. You the crime scene winner. No grow, Joe, no blow, Joe. Justice, limp, man, the people all know. Will that dick ever grow? Hell no, bro. Flaccid justice, where'd that power go? No grow, Joe, no blow, Joe. Justice, limp, man, the people all know.
to Bear County's court to shuffle the docket. Now opening in 9 if she's in the mood. It's a social work court, baby. 9 on the dot, still no hammer sound. Courthouse sleeping, vibes all around. 90-minute lunch like she earned the crown. Just dipped out, nowhere to be found. Wednesday's ghosted, Friday's fade. If it ain't a trial, she's throwing shade. Law's out cold, but her tea is hot. Who needs statutes when moods hit the spot? We are here for the package deal. Commit 4 crimes in 3-hour wave special, please. Outside they pout, inside she chill. Serving up crime with a side of feel. Who takes a seat, laws take leave. She reigns in heel. We just believe. Delay, dismiss, and deceive. Delay. Courtrooms vibe is make believe. Dismiss. Delay, dismiss, and deceive. Delay. Justice got tricked. Reprieve. Deceive. Dismiss and deceive. Delay, dismiss and deceive. We want that global law, but what can you wait? Deceive. Reduce everything special, please. I've been missing 3 years. Can I get a 1244, please, and dismiss the rest? Fines go prove like they hit a breeze. Defendants stroll with 0 fees. DA's a +1 deal buffet. Prosecutors blink and look away. Overcrowding, that ain't her biz. Still she drops time like she was. More dismissals and words to transcribe, but she got style, so please, sir.